Hello and welcome to Vienna. Today we're attending the United Nations Development Organization conference in Vienna. Matters of importance to Africa are being discussed here. Climate change, agricultural development. Why don't we go inside and speak to those who are in charge, who are making the big decisions that affects all of us in Africa. Come inside with me. Hello and welcome. We're speaking to Yao Shenchong, the Director General of the China International Center for Economic and Technical Exchanges, Ministry of Commerce, CICET. Sir, thank you so much for your time. We understand that you're the champions of renewable energy. Tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing with renewable energy.
Now I think it's better that I talk something that we do with UNIDO.
All right.
Okay. Now if we look into the posters here, you can see these are the corporations that we have with under the framework of UNIDO in China. There are a lot of industrial centers here. One of the things we did with UNIDO is on the renewable energies that we talk about the blue sky ranking on renewable energy industry in China. And we did have this center in Shenzhen. The center that we have with UNIDO is that we would like to work with UNIDO under the framework of UNIDO, that we can gain some of the experiences we have and try to disseminate the experiences that we have in China to the other developing countries. So today in UNIDO, when during the conference here, we have many of the posters here, just would like to introduce to all the delegates. With all the South-South cooperation, with the heading of South-South cooperation, that you can see.
South-South cooperation. What is South-South cooperation? Is it different? Does it come under the Ministry of Commerce, or is it different to the Ministry of Commerce?
Now, in China, the Ministry of Commerce is the government agency responsible for the technical cooperation with the other developing countries as well. And CICET, that I'm now heading, is the government agency which has responsible coordinating of UNDP and UNIDO program in China.
But CICET comes under the Ministry of Commerce.
Yes, if you look into my card, you can see CICET. This is within the Ministry of Commerce. This is really, on the food safety. We understand there are some problems now in many of the developing countries regarding the food safety. We would try to, with the assistance from UNIDO, try to have some of the food security. And now these are the enterprises who, through the training, they get the certificate, try to ensure the food safety. So when the DG came to China in September, he also presented these credentials to these companies.
I see. So the China South-South Cooperation, is that doing renewable energy as well as food security?
Yeah. Now we have all these posters here under the heading of China South-South Cooperation. It's not only saying we only do with renewable energy or we do only with this food safety. We have with hydropower, we have with the solar energy, we have. So
you're doing different aspects of renewable energy?
Yes.
And food safety is also one of the areas that you do?
Yes. If you look into this small hydropower, this is, we have this UNIDO Center, International Center on Hydropower. This is a public and non-profit institution directly under the UNIDO, and Ministry of Water Resources and the MOFCOM, Ministry of Commerce, where it's our big ministry. So this is a kind of international network on small hydropower, which is an international organization with more than 300 members from 70 countries.
Different countries.
Yes. So
Most
they are
of these
also
countries, are they most of these countries, the 70 countries, are they countries within Africa or countries around the world in general?
countries around the world, but all in the developing countries.
Okay.
Yes.
So
So now we understand that in Africa there's a big program of lighting up Africa. So I think this is one of the objectives of this center, to help and to provide limited, I think, help that we can to contribute to the lighting up rural Africa, which I think is quite good. If we look into this,
You're also doing low-cost housing?
low-cost housing, this is the Bahrain. And this is the sample
Of the houses?
of the houses.
Okay.
First, it's a low cost. Second, it's energy saving, which I think this is most welcome by the local people there. And also, I think, in China, we, together with UNIDO, we set up a kind of center, UNIDO Center for South-South Cooperation in China. And we do a lot of things, try to promote South-South cooperation, to linking the cooperation of the countries. So I think when we talk about South-South, we don't have the meaning of the pure recipient and the donor. It's a kind of cooperation. It's kind of cooperation among developing countries, which I think is quite good, because the experiences that China have in the course of development will be very, I think, applicable to many of the developing countries.
So, with so many countries that are here at the conference today, have a lot of them come here to see what you're doing? Are they subscribing or buying into the work of the South-South Cooperation?
I think the first thing is we would like to get more people to know there are many of the programs in China for South-South cooperation. So we have also provided many of the brochures here, and I think we have the contact persons here. So if they have an interest, they know there's a platform here which are created by UNIDO and Chinese government.
So it's a partnership between UNIDO and the Chinese government that other countries within the UN can actually,
Yes. This is also the famous word about this solar energy, which I think everybody is now keen on, the green development, which I think is also very, very, I think, welcome by many of the developing countries. So in China, we have this network on the South of